I thought it was, I would probably describe it as hectic. A lot of guys that know how we practice and what we do, and then quite a few guys trying to keep up. And but I think that's what we expected. I thought the pace of practice was really good. And I'm actually really pleased with how they were. I think having a lot of players allowed us to keep the pace the whole practice, because we had guys running in and out on both teams. So a lot of things to improve on and get better at and to put in. But for the first day, I was really happy with with the pace and with the attitude of the players.
What are some of the main improvements you'd like to see that stood out to you today?
Well, I think the biggest thing on our players' mind, on their mindset, is defensively. And I think there was a real urgency about our defense to where we are. We have a lot of things to still put in, but what we actually have in and how they executed today, you can see that there was some real urgency to it. Rebounding, I think, is a huge part of our success, and if we can, really be good at getting stops and securing the stop with a rebound, and we can turn the other direction and get offense. But I think those are probably the two main things I'd like to see a real big difference in.
What about having Chase Fisher on the team actually playing this year?
Well, I think if you talk to Chase, he'll tell you that that's the best practice of the whole season. I mean, of his whole career since he's been here, because you can just see the excitement in his eyes as far as his chance to be able to play. And that's, we had a long talk, Chase and I, the other day about how he used his redshirt year, and I really feel like he had a great season where he was whatever they call it, in residency, or whatever, they get themselves eligible. But the way he used that redshirt year, the improvement of his game, the improvement of his physical body, and then the improvement, I think, of his confidence, and then how he's going to fit in here was not only did he comment about how he felt it might have been one of the best years of basketball that he's had. I felt that it was as good as any redshirt guy that we've had since we've been here.
Chase is one of your three captains. Can you talk about your captaincy mix there?
Well, I really like the experience of that group. I think that we could have a kind of a mix of leadership here that's been as good as ever with the four seniors. I think they complement each other. He's Ty, and then Kyle is kind of a real extroverted player. Ty is just an everyday guy. You know what you're going to get from him, and he leads by example. And then Chase, I think, is a really it's everybody has their own leadership style. But what I really like about Chase is that he fits in with everyone, and he's a guy who has a relationship with every player on the team, no matter if he was our redshirt scout team guy last year, or the captain of the team. And I think that that's where Chase can really bring a lot of positive things to this team, is just his ability to relate to each guy. And he's a guy with a lot of experience, an All-American in high school, and played a lot of minutes as a freshman. His sophomore year, he had some challenges, and I think those are all things that we've got guys that are going to go through those types of things, and he can help them.
Get Kyle on the bike for most of the full court stuff. Is that kind of the way you're going to run things with him? And then how do you think he looked today in the other side?
I'm really happy with how he progresses. Most of the half court things he's trying to do, some of the ones that he feels a little bit uncomfortable with. This is basically all up to him and Rob, and then Coach Medina, Bob, our strength and conditioning guy. I think that they want that to. The pain is something right now that he's not dealing with, but fatigue of the leg is where we want to make sure that we got just strength in everything that he does. And he said he felt good today. So, and I was happy to have him out there as much as we did. I think that's a good thing.
Are you to the point where you can see him go up for a rebound and not hold your breath a little bit? I mean, are you?
Probably not. I mean, I want him out there, and I think he looks great, but, you know, you want that just to be maybe a few more reps, you know, a few more weeks where we can get to that. That's where he wants to be too, and I think that's a big thing. As soon as he feels that, I think that we'll feel that.
Speaking of going for the rebound, a little apprehensive when Corbin came down and was tweaked his knee.
Yeah, I think, you know, you have a lot of collisions during practice. Sky went after a loose ball today and kind of got crushed and was right back up, but what I really liked about those kind of, you know, altercations or collisions with the guys who are right back up playing, and I think that's a good sign for the personality of this team.
Corbin today out there, just, I mean, what you see from him, he was one of those guys that looked like he was still figuring things out.
Yeah, and but he had a real impact, you know, and that's the part of Corbin I think that intrigues everyone, is that he gets big rebounds, makes big baskets, made a couple free throws in our scrimmage today, which are all things that will just help his confidence. But from what I know from the players, that he feels really comfortable here, and sometimes that's not the case. You get a guy who just kind of jumped in the program on a little different way as far as where you've come in to the program. Maybe that they don't fit as quick, but he feels really good, and I feel really good about how his practice was today.
Josh isn't breaking off with the bigs. Is he a big wing for you now? Is he going to be a three?
I think you'll see Josh play multiple positions for us. He's an energy guy that has come through for us in clutch situations for the last 2 years, mostly in a post position, and I think you'll see him at times there, and I think you'll see him at times on the perimeter. And really proud of Josh. Big practice today, and you know, he has a newborn, 3 or 4 days old, and I'm sure we have all got more sleep than he has the last couple of nights, but he was actually the Powerade player of the day, so gave us a really good effort on a real challenge. It'll get to where he is more used to that over the course of the next few months, but the first week with a newborn, that's quite a challenge.
Anything else?
You made a call on, and maybe early to ask, as far as you look at who you're going to start and then mixing up with a bunch of different guys. You can use a lot of different lineups early on, or do you feel like you need to?
I think we'll practice with a lot of different lineups. Today we went basically with the experienced returning guys and the new guys, and I think that's why you saw a lot of guys just trying to catch up. What I think we'll do is mix that up for a while and have experienced guys with newer guys on the same team so they can help each other. But I think, you know, probably within the next week or two, we'll get this thing to, you know, what I would consider to be 10, 12 guys that have a chance to start, and then we'll go from there, you know.
Okay.